Well, howdy do, buckaroos. How the heck are you? Oh, good gravy. Here, I've got another one from Moody Brews. I just did the half seas over Imperial India Pale Ale. And this is the second one that I found from them over the weekend. On Friday, my wife and I went for a drive, and I found these two at a store just shy of Harrison, Arkansas. An Imperial Belgian style chocolate porter, right? 10%. I'm going to read just a touch here to keep your palate guessing. Oh, I'm sorry, I started at the end of the sentence here. With each sip of this big beer, we hope to keep your palate guessing. Yes, it does. A traditional British malts of Maris Otter, oats, chocolate, and black malts were fermented with Belgian yeast and then aged on cocoa nibs. Yeah, I have them on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you really ought to like their page. He had told me that this uses 3 Belgian yeast strains. He said the only real complaint he's got is some folks think it's not really a porter. The aromas are very interesting because you get aromas that you get from Belgian yeast, right? Plus you've got those English malts and the chocolate, and you got a lot going on here, my friend. You certainly can get that chocolate. Now this is 10%. But the body isn't as big as you might think 10% would be. Oh, wow. That's interesting. It kind of feels like a nice chocolate porter early on. But then at the end, you really get, you get that Belgian yeast and what that Belgian yeast does. It's almost, I mean, it's a, let me take a drink, see if I can, articulate that better. Yeah, you get the chocolate. Actually, I start with kind of a lighter chocolate, almost like a malted chocolate, and then it breaks into some serious bitter dark chocolate. And then you got that Belgian yeast, leaving just a slight tartness. Not really like a sour, but there's just a little bit of tartness right at the end. It just kind of, balances everything out. It's just a very interesting beer. There's a lot of flavors in here, and there's a lot more than I'm telling you right now. And I'm sure there's some that I'm just not getting that you're going to. It's just a really interesting beer. I did have one of these the other day. So when he says, some folks say it's not really a porter, they're kind of right if you look at it just from a traditional English or British sense. It's not a traditional English porter. There you go. It's not. It's not meant to be. Look, it's an Imperial Belgian style chocolate porter. I'm not even sure that's its style. So, he's taking some craft beer liberties. So, as far as craft beer goes, or especially American craft beer, yes, I think it is a porter. I mean, let's face it, American craft beer does take a lot of liberties, and we've invented a lot of styles. This may be one. I don't know. I don't know if there's other Imperial Belgian style chocolate porters out there. The truth is, this is the first one I've had. So, I'm giving him some props. It's an interesting beer. So the question would be, is it one you'd buy again, Tom? And the answer is yes, absolutely. I have got a very nice day here, a very rare, extremely warm day at the beginning of February here in the Ozarks. The truth is, this is probably a beer that'd be very comforting in the winter. But it feels good on a day like today, too. It's just an interesting beer. I think as a craft beer guy, you appreciate... I'll just speak for myself. I appreciate traditional styles done right. I really do. Like recently I had the Guinness Brewers Project. And although none of those beers were out of the box, I think they were stylistic, perfect, traditionally, if that makes sense to you. With this one, this is a whole other animal, though. I mean, this is American craft beer doing what American craft beer does, which is turning the craft beer industry on its ear. This is creativity at its best. And although I am a big fan of traditional styles, I love when a brewer really shines with a beer like this. For me, it's just freaking amazing. Because the truth is, the bottle's right. I mean, it does keep you guessing with every sip. Every sip, you're going to get something different. It's just put together extremely well. So I hope we hear more from Moody Brews. These are the only 2 beers that I found from them so far. I hope he does more. I'm a fan. I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer. We'll talk to you later.